Hello everybody. Today we're gonna talk about the workbench shortcuts of CATIA V5. As you guys already know, here on Start menu, we can on our models, we can select the work environment that we are using, or our precious workbench. And today I'm gonna learn more easy way to select the workbench, a way that make you guys to save time and make things more dynamic. So before I start, I ask you guys to close this window. And before starting to create a shortcut, go here on View Toolbars and make sure to have two toolbars here, the Workbench toolbar and the Workbenches toolbar. Workbenches toolbar. This Workbench toolbar probably are already there in your screen, but if you do not create any shortcut, will be just a little point on your on your screen. Okay, I'm gonna let the workbench toolbars workbench here, and now you can go to Tools and Customize. On Tools Customize, the first tab you're gonna have here will be the Start menu. And we on your screen we have all the workbenches on of CATIA V5 on alphabetical order. To start everything, I want you to select right here the part design workbench. After click on part design and click on the right arrow right here. If you select this arrow, the workbench will be on favorites from variable to favorites, and you'll see right here. I'm gonna close this window. You'll see at the start menu, and you'll see at the window that appear on workbench command. Okay, let's let's take a few more tools, customize, and I want you guys to select the assembly design. Select the right arrow. Now look for drafting. Select drafting and look for generative shape design, generative sheet metal design, generative structural analysis, and look for GMU kinematics, and just one more. Select for me the sketcher toolbars, sketcher workbench. Sorry. And okay, now you can close here. As you can see, the Workbench toolbar have a lot of commands right now. If you go to Start menu, the same thing. And if you go to Workbench command, you see all right here. But I do not like this order. I want to change. How we can do that? Well, I don't know which version of CATIA V5 you're using, but if you are with a window just like of mine, I would suggest you guys to select and hold the right button and move the test, just like I did here. Select the left button, sorry, the left button. Select the left button and try to move the test of the workbench. Okay, Sketcher, part design, drafting, and assembly. The rest, I don't care. So just let, if you're going to change, okay. But for now, I'm going to close this window. As you can see, the workbench toolbars are in the order that we make. The start menu is also in the order that we created, and the the window of the workbench button is the same way. Now let's test these workbench shortcuts that we created. Let's start here with part design. You can go OK. It's the same thing as you go to start mechanical design, part design, but instead of that, just one click to go to the workbench. And now I want to go to generative shape design. I want to go back to part design. You see, if you just click on the workbench that, for example, you are in a part environment, and you choose a workbench to another part environment, you you just change the comments on your screen, okay? But if you guys, for example, start assemble design, if you go to assembly design now, what happened? I create a new window. I was in a window of a part, now I'm in a window of a product. And if you go here, for example, select DMU kinematics, it's also a product tree, you see the comments changing. If I go back to assembly design, comes back, yeah, I'm not creating a new window. But if I want to go back to part design and I select my first part and go to com part design command uh, shortcut, as you can see, now I create a new window on my screen. I didn't want that. I just want to go back to part one. And also, if I create again the assembly design, I will have a new window on my screen. I do not want all these windows. I'm gonna close these windows here. Just leave my first window, my part design window. And what I recommend you guys to do. First thing I want to recommend you guys is to avoiding editing too many work work wo- sorry avoiding to editing too many workbench shortcuts as this can clutter your CATIA V5 interface and may cause confusion, leading you to select the wrong shortcut and open unnecessary work windows, just like I show you guys right now. Another thing, uh, I recommend you guys just to create only the shortcuts you frequently use frequently, since sometimes you need to access variations of the workbench that you are already customized to use in CATIA V5. For example, if you guys are used to work with generative shape design and you change to a company that are used to only work with license of wireframe and surface design. So it's no use having a lot of shortcuts. Instead, you using sometimes you're going to use variations. Okay, and another situation here. For example, if you are on part design and you go to sketch, start sketch. What changed on my screen? The only thing that changed is the sketch command is now available. You see, if you just click on sketch icon, the only thing to do that CATIA will do is activate this command. You see, you cannot start the Sketcher environment without selecting a plane. So it's not it's too important to have this Sketcher icon on my shortcuts. Thinking on that, you should avoid using too many shortcuts. So going, I'm going to close this window and go here to Tools, Customize, and we are going to remove most of these workbenches. I'm going to just left two of them. I'm not saying that you cannot use. I'm just creating an example here. For example, I use these two very much. So how's it gonna be? I'm gonna leave it right here and use the workbenches toolbar. Okay, select. Now I want to change from part to shape, and that's it. As you can see, just showing this to make the work more dynamic. But if you do, if you do not want to use toolbars, there's another way. I'm gonna close here this toolbar, and I'm going to go choose customize, and right here I'm going to create accelerator. What will be accelerator? Basically will be a keyboard shortcut. How I create this? On, First I'm going to select part design, and this I'm going to use accelerator as Alt plus P. Uh, Alt plus P. And for the generative shape design accelerator, I will put Alt plus G. I'm gonna close this window and ask you guys to try Alt P. Yes, it's working. Alt G. Okay, it's working too. If you want to create a different accelerator, go ahead, but keep in mind that CATIA do not allow you to create any accelerator key of the keyboard. You have there are some combinations that will not be allowed. And why we should create these shortcuts? These shortcuts will help you to save time and make your work more efficient, preventing you from occasionally losing idea when you are working, right? So if you are in a hurry and sometimes you have to change a lot of things on screen, sometimes you can make some confusions, and that will help you to avoid all of this. Well, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next video.